Hello there. Alright, game time. Let's get straight into it. We're 9 and 8, I think, on my account, so just 2 battles to do each. Nice little warm-up. Let's go. And so we've got Tommy and we've got Aranya. Hello there, both of you. I feel like I need to check my audio again because, like last time, I think it's gone ever so quiet. Yeah, look here. My game audio is saying, I do not want game audio. Yoink. Let's go to about 40 and let's turn that to about 45. There we go, we might be able to hear things now. In fact, you can't full auto from the start of a Leviathan battle unless you're really confident you're going to go first and that's also going to reinforce Scimitar. So, yeah, semi-full auto. Alright, let's do that. Like I say, it's a warm-up. I do try not to play the game as much as I can when it days off. Last night I actually spent more time than I usually do on it, just because I was doing the Inquisitor Assault Battle CT3. It was nice to get that one done. Still gotta do my free-to-play when I get Raver, but at least the main account's done. I just put Scimitar as the only reinforcement. If I wanted my fleet rank to drop tremendously, I could do that. Hey up, Tass, how you doing? Hey, HB Arsenal. GG's. I just saw it as I was coming online. I thought, hey, I've got a final score. Tell me, you spent 3 hours on your new account, level 61 already in 3 days. Nice. When did you start that? It doesn't feel that long ago that you started, but was it, what, a month ago now? Yeah, I saw what you wrote. You had to wait for the last minute, didn't you? Like you got like one thing left to do, was it? This is the trouble, right? I feel like I'm missing a lot of streamers right now because, especially in the US, I feel like you always stream at a weird time for me, so I have to either watch the VODs or I have to just hear how you've got on. And by the way, that was a nice thing. I can actually check a YouTube VODs, like, you know, the actual streams. Yeah, you made a new one, didn't you? Because you obviously had the, what I would call the first alt. I remember you had that when I was in your guild. Vaguely remember that, anyway. Oh, was this the other day? Right. Wow, so I've only just clicked in what you spent 3 hours in 3 days. Wow. That's impressive. I didn't think you could actually go that quick. I suppose it's something though if they're trying to accelerate everyone to level 85 as quick as possible. It's almost a shame it's part of the framework. You know, I suppose if they could take out the level system, they would, but it's just something they can't do. So they essentially just try and give mechanics to new players to essentially say, alright, forget all this, just go straight to level 85. Yeah, it does make sense. It's just amazing, really. You think about a game like Marvel Strike Force, where they essentially say, right, we're just going to keep adding levels and levels and levels. And then SWAT goes like, nah, if we could get rid of them, we would. Alright. We've got a fight on our hands over here. I think I'm facing someone from a big guild. I think it's a big guild. Saw it on my compare. You can find the actual link. Mini Javi from Clones Unleashed. I mean, I'll go through the full compare in a bit, but that initial bit looks rough. I mean, 472 is my guild to 690. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I've got no idea what's going on in a lot of the guilds right now. I mean, Drafts has been in chat a few times, and I've not actually been able to comment on JM because I just don't know who's there right now. A lot of the group that was there when I was there have moved to other guilds now. Is it bad that I don't want to put JMK in? Like, my squad arena rank has just tanked of late. It's not important, but it's just... I don't like it tanking. I feel like it's the one that's probably got the best hold rate, though. We want that, don't we? Oh, I've just seen Fulcrum there. 3 Ahsokas, 2 guys, okay? Or 3 Ahsokas, 2 Kenobis to be more precise. I'm sure Cup will be having a field day looking at this. Is there a reason why the game audio isn't coming through? Or am I just deaf? What's my Valentine's Day plan? Same as any other day of the week. Genuinely, when I was at university, I used to hear couples sort of talking about it, and I'd be like, alright, good for you. That thought process has pretty much carried all throughout my adult life. It isn't playing this through my speakers, is it? No. It's just extremely quiet. I don't know why. Never been like this. Let's do that. Alright, pass that to Kenobi, get rid of Fulcrum so she's not doing her shenanigans. I mean, I wouldn't have thought so. I honestly feel like this actually makes it worse, because I might be mistaken, but isn't there some form of... Oh, hang on, no, there is a... I'm sure it's light side unaligned force users, there is a clause in there, so that cat can be in there for Kenobi. But yeah, I can't imagine it makes it much better. Because the whole point is that Pat's doing the damage, so you don't really need Fulcrum there doing other things. I mean, I suppose it's not horrendous, but I'm not saying I'd be going out of my way to do it either. There you go, full auto. Alright, here's a question. If I could put it as a pinned comment in both my chats, I would. Say you can pick a quality of life change that the Swaggo devs put into the game, what would it be? Because I feel like last year we had a really big one in terms of the PC client. I know you could argue that isn't quality of life, but it made the game feel a lot cleaner. So for me, that was the highlight of last year, to be fair. But I'm curious what you guys would actually want in the game, because they have actually put a lot of those things that were in the big hit list for a long time, like fleet loadouts, PC client. Top of my head, I'm struggling to think of more, but I'm sure there have been a few they've ticked off just going down the list, if you like. I'm wondering what else has been ignored or neglected, though, because genuinely, I can't actually think of anything, but I'm sure there are a few that are maybe just flying under the radar. So a sandbox mode, essentially. I'd be down for a sandbox mode of some sort, even if there's some crystal incentivizing. Like, maybe they reinvent Squad Arena for that purpose. The fact that you don't even need to do it as a new player now kind of makes that old game mode moot, so why have it? Maybe just get rid of it and reinvent it a little bit. I would like better modding. Or even the mod loadout. You see, I've got a weird feeling on that, because I do get the 500 is a bit odd, but I think it would be better if essentially... I feel like I've always got to try and remember to equip mods on characters, so I feel like there's a bit of an onus on me before moaning about the 500 to them, if that makes sense. So I'm kind of umming and ahhing on that one. I can certainly see why it's a problem, though. But yeah, I'd like better modding in game. It'd be nice, with no disrespect to Hot Utils, if we didn't need to use their services. Or you really benefit from using them, I should say. TW, yeah, I'd agree. Just give that a complete facelift. I just don't like the game mode. GA matchmaking, yeah, I could agree on that. Fog of War as well would be an interesting concept. I mean, I think for myself, right, with that TAS here, right, yeah, I was going to say TAS, and like, that's exactly what I was getting to, the fact that number of times I see your, like, go live notifications and saying, right, I've got an Erodium opponent, and I'm like, that kind of bums me. Not even for yourself, but just the idea of, alright, so you've got, like, this, with no disrespect to you, a real easy opponent, and it's like, I'm now facing some 14 mil guy who really should be facing you. You know what I mean? I feel like that's something that could be done with fixing, just to make it a bit more interesting for everyone involved. I mean, I'm not saying I should be facing this Erodium guy or anything ridiculous like that, but it should be that we're facing who we should be facing. I mean, when I face an 11 to 12 mil opponent and I'm thinking, right, this is about where I should be. Whereas, if I'm facing someone 14 mil, I'm like, okay. But then, you compare that to, like, Tommy, for instance, facing 10 mil when he's in Bronzium. That's a completely different problem. I mean, that arguably needs to fix more importantly. I've said for a long time, probably since they changed the system, they could really do with making it so that if you're in, let me get this right in my head, if you're in Carbonite, Bronzium, or Chromium, then really they should have GL limits. Just make it so that if there are these big mammoth accounts down there, like if you're in Carbonite, you can't put a GL on defense. Bronzium, only 1 on defense. Chromium, 2 on defense max. And then once you get up to Erodium and Kyber, it's like, have at it. But it would just make it so that those who want to climb can actually have a feasible chance of climbing. I was mulling that over yesterday because I saw the patch notes, Tommy, about the fact that they've added Dulgarera to an old light or dark side node. I can't remember what it was. And I'm thinking, why haven't they actually just started creating more light side, dark side battles? Like, and maybe the framework's a little bit tough to add them in, but if you actually invested time to make that a thing, then surely you don't need to keep shifting characters around and saying, right, we've moved Hoth Rebel Scout from this node and put it on this stall. You know, you can just, not an example, I know, but you can essentially just add a new character to a new node. You know, it would make more sense, because, I mean, I'm not really asking for this, but I can't help but wonder, right, wouldn't it be a bit more interesting or challenging as a farming angle, if you like? Like, we do 20 energy farms now, don't we? Let me just double check I've got my number right there. If I go to 9... Alright, so it's 10 here. And it's 20 there. What happens if they upped it? Like, say we had 10, 11, 12, 13 up here. How about we had it suddenly that it was like, I don't know, 24 or some. 25, well, no, 25 be an odd number. But maybe 30 or some. You know, you've obviously got to invest more energy. But it's because it's a more lucrative character. I mean, they don't need to do that. They could just stick at 20. But the point being, they could still add more light side, dark side nodes. I mean, what did they actually add? Dulgarera, was it light side 4 or something? I feel like I'm just going to be shuffling around here and not actually get the right one. Okay. I don't actually know what the node was. I'm just sort of shuffling around to see if I can spot it. I had a feeling it was in the 4s. Oh well. I mean, reskins of characters I'm not against. I mean, let me just go here a sec. I'm not against the idea because I feel like to a degree you have to bring in new iterations of characters. I'd prefer it if they didn't do the Master Qui-Gon approach. I think that was inelegant, for lack of a better way of putting it. I feel like they could have done something different. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Obi-Wan as a character, and I like Qui-Gon as a character, but if you're asking me, would I rather them, or would I rather Captain Panaka and Darby? I'd have had them too. So why did they decide to go down the Padawan Master approach versus bringing in, you know, the loyal handmaiden? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't think change is a bad thing as long as it's got a reason behind it. That's why I was talking about the change in energy, because that way it'd be something for them to consider as well. This is something that I do try to keep in my mind, that as much as we want things, there's got to be a bottom line for CG to invest time in it. Like, you think the PC client, that worked so well because it got players playing on PC, you know, and it was like a new lease of life for some people. Whereas something like just adding light and dark side battles, there's got to be a reason for them to do it, surely. Even if it is just that people pump more crystals in. Right, let's do that. Well, a lot of that I've got to say I do agree on. I mean, I feel like modding is one of the things that gets slept on a little bit, and it's purely because of Hot Utils. I mean, again, I love the service. You know, I couldn't play the game like I do without it. But I think in itself that is almost a problem, in that you shouldn't have to go to a third-party website, or whatever you want to call it, to benefit from playing the game. I mean, again, largely it's down to the 2 accounts with me. If I was 1 account, I could probably cope without it. But you don't really want me going down that road if you don't need to. And again, I'm sure how much they put into the game, like in terms of like the app and the website, all that lot. If they did sort the modding out, I'm pretty sure Hot Utils could still find a way to engage with customers, shall we say. It's just one service that would be less used. Gifting's an odd one. I feel like I don't see it a lot now. And I'm looking at the PC client for that. I'm assuming they never put it in the PC version. I think that would be a little broken. I mean, just take, for example, right now on this account, I've, for argument's sake, I've got 4 million credits. Sorry, wrong account. On my free-to-play account, I've got 4 million credits. On this account, I've got maybe 50 million. Now, that would be a little bit broken, considering both of my accounts are in the same guild, and I could just transfer credits from one account to another, essentially. It would be a touch broken. The same with signal data and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, from the greedy side I get it. From the game balance side, I completely get why CG aren't touching it. I do think they could loosen up the guild gifting a little bit in terms of... I think there are certain pieces of gear that could maybe become easier to share. Like, I wouldn't say that you want to even do car attack, but maybe just some of these weird Gear 12 pieces. Like, I can't imagine there are people who have got these freely, at least in my guild. But just that idea of, oh, if you need 2 to get a character to Gear 13, here, have 2, you know, and it's not like the biggest sacrifice in, say, my situation here right now, where I've got 52, so if I could spare 2 to help someone get an upgrade, it's like, yeah, let's do it. But I suppose it's where that line's drawn of, do they want people doing upgrades like that so easily? But honestly, I don't think that's the biggest thing to share. Like I've just said about credits, you know, I think that would be a teeny weeny bit broken. And I'd say the same with like crystals. You can't do what. This is the thing, you can gift crystals, even though we haven't got the gifting tab here, you can gift crystals. But it's not the way you're referring to, is it? Anakin is 4. Oh, right. Light side or dark side? Oh, it wasn't Anakin I was after, by the way. I was after Saw Gerrera. I know he's been added to a node, like up here, like the possible enemies. I just don't know where they've done it. Hall B. Oh, I never thought of doing it that way. Is it in here? I haven't bought it this time. Can't see these ones. Oh, okay. I went past it? Ah, defeat Saw Gerrera. There we go. Got it. Okay, it's the Master Qui-Gon node, right. I mean, to be fair, that was like one of the silliest things I've ever done, just to find out where they've put it. I honestly thought they'd headline him there, so the fact that they've just kind of tagged him at the end, it's like, okay, cool. No, I heard that it was. We were talking about the idea that you could expand light side, dark side battles, and this is the kind of thing I was getting at. That instead of having to shove Saw into a node like that, why don't they just create 10, 11, 12 up here and just have it that all these new characters that were going to be needed for these episode or character feats, just shove them in here so that people have always got access to them, rather than essentially having to refigure an old node. Yeah, it was me just being goofy as far as actually making a meal out of that. I need to get this dude done. Oh, it looks like both of my accounts have got a fight on today. I mean, looked at Crimson's briefly, and their score was in the 1800s. Temin's is in the 1800s as well. The one thing I'll say, I think Temin's looked kinda on paper. Okay. I didn't shut down my PC last night and it's acting like it did. Like loads of weird low reactions to things. Here we go. All set up now. Ooh. That'll do. But yeah, 1 minute, we do this battle and then we can start GA. I mean, I got two 2-2-1s last week, so I'm happy in terms of, I feel like it wasn't my strongest week, so the fact that we got a good result at the end of it, I'm taking it. I mean, let me just pull this open a sec. I've just been on here almost, but let me just have a quick look. GA history. So 2-2-1s in the season. I mean, that's not too bad. I mean, I really love this on the Swaggo GG website, the fact that they show you what your essential win rates are. And that really does sum me up. 3v3, I'm just not as competent as 5s. I could really do with improving my 3s game. Yeah, it does kind of average out nice. You know, if you think... Well, actually, saying that, 56 is a very odd percent, isn't it? It'd be nice if it was closer to 60 for the simple fact then it would be almost 2 out of 3. Right, I know on Twitch there's an ad break now, but how I view it, this is an unimportant battle. At least to you guys. I feel like this, I'd rather people missing this than missing my GAC. That's my justification for being dozy and not checking the ads. Right. I'm pretty sure I did everything right there. So full auto should be straightforward. Days like today, I'm wondering if my microphone's too close to my face because I feel like I keep going like this and I can't move my hand freely. She's okay. We've best way I can phrase it, we've had a couple of odd days between us, so I feel like she's having a very chill day today. The only thing I can say is she's always been someone who can fight through like the obstacles life throws in a way. And her issue now is that she struggles when can't fight past them because like the hurdles are just a bit too big. So it's like today, she just shouted into me saying, I'm just going to clear out this drawer. You know, like, just tidy it up. And I'm like, okay. And then, about 5-10 minutes later, I go past her room and she's like, I've done that drawer, but I couldn't do it anymore. I wanted to do the entire set of drawers and I couldn't. And I'm like, but you've still done something. You know, it might not be what you wanted to do, but you have still done something. And I think it's just where, and I can understand it, if you've always had this thing of being able to do X, Y, Z and suddenly you can only do X, you're going to struggle to process that in terms of your body's reacting differently. But yeah, it's a difficult thing for her. can't sometimes... Well, it's not that she can't, she just struggles to like that, to go with that line of thinking. And I get it. Nonkel, hello there. Ooh, that is a very broad question. What I would say... Yeah, Tommy's got it bang on there, speed mods. I'm going to say speed mods pretty much rule in terms of... I'll just go out of here a sec. And let me get a mod set up that I can show you. Okay. This might not be a great example for this character, but I'm just going to show you in terms of mods. So when we talk about speed mods, we're not talking about like the speed symbol here per se, although that is nice. We're talking about ones that have got good speed. So that hasn't got good speed. That is actually not a great mod. So I'm not sure why I'm showing you this character. Here we go, Kenobi. Kenobi. I completely skipped past a pretty decently modded Kenobi. So yeah, this is what we're talking about. You've got a decent speed in these set of 4 here. The only exception usually is the arrow, which for some reason I haven't got on Kenobi. But normally you want the arrow to have speed here, and it'll normally be 30 or 32 speed. If it's less than 30, you've got less than 5 dots on your mod, sell it. So yeah, that's actually just flagged up the fact that I actually need to remod my Kenobi. Yeah, you're probably not the best person to talk to, Nonkel, for the fact that my modding's not like, on point today. But yeah, Mol's bang on. Darth Loquitur is very good with his mods. I would definitely recommend that as well. It's reasons like this I don't do videos on it, because even though I know what I'm talking about, I would always end up having really bad examples. Okay, let's get into Gak. Let me just, before I go, because I don't want to just say that and then not actually point you in a direction. Hopefully this works. Nope, of course not, because Discord is weird. Very rare I don't share a Discord server that isn't my own, but that's Darth Loquitur's. Yeah, like I say, if you wanted to go in there, I would assume General's a good place to start if you're talking about asking questions. But there is a channel called Mod Mastery, so that could be a place to ask questions as well. But it might be a decent place to get those answers that you're looking for. And also he's got all his videos there, so you should be able to just find the specific one on mods. No worries. Alright, so round 1 on Temin here. We're up against Chibi Gohan. Yep, it is Chibi Gohan from All Purpose Taco. Can't say I've ever heard of an All Purpose Taco, but oh well. Let's see, so we're 12.1 mil, they're 11.7, so we got a little advantage there. Well, what else we got? Zeta's 308 to 243. Again, nice advantage. GA Omicron's 41 to 33. Gear 13's 238, they've got 246, so they are ahead there. And the kick in the nuts for me is they've got 100 plus 25 speed mods. I've only got 88. They've got 309. They've got 309. I've got 279 20 pluses. That's rough for me. Again, I always try and win on the mod scores, or I feel happy when I win on mod scores, so they feel bad. We're winning on 15s, but usually that's the one I lose on, so again, that's very scant consolation. I'm doing alright on the 6+ percenters. That's nice. 11 to 3. And I'm doing good on the 4s. 53 to 25. Again, I've really been trying to prioritize them recently, so I'm glad that that's bearing some fruit. And we've got more Relic 9s. They've got more R8s. I've got more R7s. Okay, interesting. I mean, for the voice worth, by the way, my Discord server's probably going to loop in the chat somewhere with one of these bots, or the command for it might still work. You know, if you have got questions, we can answer in there, just to... I don't want to put it all on Darth Lock, but... like I say, we do know our stuff here as well, it's just I probably didn't show my best face there. Alright, we got... Well, I don't know why I'm looking at my Slacker's health. I think it just surprised me that mine's pretty healthy. But yeah, I think the key point is we haven't got Lord Vader. They haven't got Galat, which is the bigger thing if we're being honest. They haven't got Balin. They have got Bo though. I've got triple Omni Ray. They've only got one Omni, so hopefully that plays a part. Only two Omnis on Starkiller. They've got an Omni on Luthen. Okay. A few interesting things there. Right, so we have got a plan here, but as I've said a few times of late, there's no point looking at the plan if we don't know if the plan's accurate. So I was trying to be smart there, and again, it wouldn't let me. Let's have a look at the board. So full clear, 1829. If they've dropped that is probably the drop. Let me just move my camera. There we go, up here. So, yeah, Leia got the hold. I've tried something here that's probably not a great idea, but that's got a hold, so a bad idea is a good idea if it works, I guess. No drops on this wall. Let me move my cam again. There we go. Yeah, exactly. That actually frightens me a bit more. No drops back here. Although, just before I back out there, I know that we got a Hondo Cron there, but I'm kind of looking forward to trying it with the Smuggler Crons. I think that could be really nice. Might move Hondo somewhere else. And no drops on Fleet again. My cam covers it, but yeah, very efficient. Although, Atbar is very much a, hey, they dropped on Atbar, not a, I expect it. So let's have a look. We've got Bounty Hunters with Dengar. We've got Gungans. We've got DTMG, and we've got Quadme. So that's two changes from what we expected. We were expecting Trench, which isn't there. And we were expecting Qui-Gon, which isn't there. So let's just remove those. I feel like my microphone's covering my keyboard a bit. Alright, let's see what's down south. We got Kenobi, we got Finn, we got Traya, and we got Rey. So that is as we expected. So that's nice to see in terms of predictability. Also, just to, as always, shout out to Bit Dynasty for the website. I don't think I could do my GACs now without it. I should shout it out more often. So, we'll just pretend that the back wall's the same as what we've put down, so these characters are not available to us. I feel like the front wall's pretty safe. I don't think there are any counters there that I need to reassess. So, DTMG, I look at Adrad. And even though it might be a touch overkill, JML on Bosk for the simple fact... Ooh, saying that. Is it out of this world to do Starkiller Cron on Bosk and do JML on Finn? Like, what would be the biggest regret if I did that? Like, if I didn't have JML available, what is the biggest thing I could regret not having it available for? That's kind of why I was cautious about JML, actually, because I thought that potentially could beat JML. At least if they got a turn meter loop going. I will add, by the way, I really do miss the days when Rey Jedi training could just storm bounty hunters. Let's just make sure Dengar's in here. Oh, that's offense. Yeah, it does pretty well, so I think we'll leave it like that. I don't think there's anything I feel too desperate to change. I mean, the Gungans... The Gungans I thought I could use somewhere else originally, but oh, that was it. I thought I could use them on Trench, but Trench is gone as well, so unless that's now at the back, which would then ease up one of these three big teams on offense, then I think we're okay. All right, let's go. Also, just a little thought here that I feel like I've got a lot on offense at the moment. And part of it comes down to the fact that things like this, I said this last time, but things like Jabba, I'm not overly convinced about them on defense. So I'd rather have them on offense and at least control the use I get out of them versus having them on defense and thinking, are they doing something, or are they just being beaten by Aphra or Night Sisters? You know, and it's like, I feel like I get more use on offense, but I really do get the idea that maybe I need to toughen up my walls a bit. Enshrouded? Not a game I'm familiar with, that. I don't think I am anyway. It doesn't ring a bell. I feel like that's like what I always say about games, unintentionally. It's an adult Minecraft. I mean, I could go oi oi. 20 quid on Steam. It's strange, just thinking about it, like the concept of Minecraft. One of the things that I feel like it's kind of one of the things that drew me in with Fallout 4 was like you could do the settlement building and all that. I was just never any good at it. It's that weird thing, isn't it, where it's a nice idea, but if you're not good at it, you're not good at it. Playing hello there, how you doing? No, first battle of the GAC. You doing alright, man? Can we point at Kenobi? There we go, contract served. You'd like to think 19 bombs would be enough to cause Kenobi to at least kneel. There we go. Let's go for Master Kenobi now. We'll hydrate. Go and say we can have a little drink of my coffee. There's a bit of me that thinks I might take the actual visual alert off there and just have it a lot more, just have the noise so I know to look. If I can get like sorted this year in terms of just stabilise a few of the issues I've had, I'd like to get someone in who could do like a complete graphical redesign for my channel. Just something I can't afford to be looking at right now, but down the line, it would be interesting. The person who did it for me last time, they did a good job for what I needed back then, but it's kind of dated a bit. Well, to the point that I've found other things to work with. Here we go. The less said about Stoke City, the better. And so me and my mum were downstairs last night watching the match, and honestly, at one point I nearly fell asleep. And say, God help the people who went all the way to Bristol to watch it. You know, I chuckled there though, because it's like, I sort of say that when it's like, I don't know, a couple hours drive. I wouldn't like to think what it must be like in the US if you got to catch planes to go watch a match. Yeah, I'll be honest, Argyle actually frightened me a bit. We're really on a downward turn at the moment, and you guys are really going up. I actually heard, my mum's got a friend down in Plymouth, and she was commenting how it had just started to quieten down the last day or so. And then you get a win like that, and I think it might not be Liverpool noise, but it certainly probably keeps the momentum going. You know what, I'm trying to whack Kenobi when I've got a sanitary who's really annoying me. I'll have to check. My mum's probably said a name before, but like a lot of names, it goes in and out. Yeah, that was a good pivot. I didn't really realise that I was just wasting time hitting the others. How are we doing for banners? Embo's a little low. 73. My mum's just said that the woman's called Jo is married to a man called Paul. That Jo and Paul Drake. I will admit, if you know, that is like the definition of a small world, but yeah, there you go. 1829 is decent. It's a touch scary, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, I know everyone, I say everyone, I know there's a big clamour for this Chrom. Can't help but like this one with Ezreal. For some reason, I feel like it just gives me that extra oomph against this team. So yeah, we're going to stick with Taron Chrom. I mean, I couldn't really offer more than that, but let's see, if he'd got a chance at knowing, it would have been impressive anyway. Alright, we're full of foresight here, so we'll throw the rocks just to throw some rocks. Speed down, folks, or dodge it, whatever you want to. Let's hit Ezreal. Stun Ben. And I'm actually going to stay on Ben a second just so we get the assist there. We're going to go back to Ray with the rocks. That's it, keep going. Alright, 3 in DI. The important 3, I'd argue. Cal's close. Alright, when's this whirlwind coming? Oh no, it's not whirlwind, cool, I think. Okay, so Taron's exiled, that's not what we want. Okay, we're still in this. Okay, perfect. Kind of. Let's throw that. Can we get... No, we can't get Taron to assist because... exiled. Taron, I'm not being funny, mate. You're really slow at the moment. I know why, but it doesn't mean that it's any less annoying. Okay, another whirlwind, not whirlwind, sorry, ult coming in. We gotta get rid of Ezra, I think, can't we? Just checking, is that the... I thought it was the Crit Avoid Chrom. I thought we're doing next to no damage. I need crew to come in. Because we're not going to tank many more of them. Okay, that's more than good, more than good. Just kind of had to let Taron get to where he needed to be. I know that probably won't do anything, but I'm just like, none of the others really need it. Maybe Seer? Yeah, I wasn't feeling comfortable, to put that mildly. I mean, 62 out of that I'm taking. And I go back to that Tarancron, right? I get why it's not good in the sense it puts resilient defense on, it means they're going for Taran. But I don't know what it is. I think the stacking of the Edge of Madness, is it? The one that does stack? I feel like getting that quicker is a good thing. So I almost prefer that dance around that versus just letting Fulcrum take turn after turn, because maybe if she was R9, I'd be like, okay, she's got a lot of power behind her. But at R7, it just doesn't feel like it has the same oomph. Again, maybe that's just up here, though. Alright, time for Overkill. We're going to do that, and that. Debut with the triple Omni triple Zeta Ray for me as well. Plus she's R7. Who's due to go first? Treya. I hoarded for Ray for about a month. So yeah, I was going to get her without doubt. Alright, it definitely feels like it has a bit of extra oomph that now. Last week, I wasn't overly impressed with it. I mean, I think even there, maybe I was inefficient in terms of Sith Trooper did lose a bit of health and protection. But that just felt a lot better. It's amazing how much 1 Zeta, 1 Omicron, and a few relics can make that feel. So, I'm looking forward to trying that a bit more in the week. Right, my concern is I haven't been keeping track of banners, and I feel like we have lost quite a few already. I'm gonna have to try and work out what we've missed or what I haven't written down. Alright, leader down. Reach for the sky. Alright. Very clean. Okay, Sneaky Leia. Sneaky Leia, we got a gas and more Mothma. So that's changed things around a little bit. Alright, an ad break's about to start on Twitch in 2 minutes, so I'm going to run it now so we're not missing a battle. Those of you who subscribed or you subscribed on YouTube, you can carry on hearing me mumble my thoughts. I'm wondering if we go for the plain and simple DLS there. It's almost tried and trusted at this time, isn't it? Yeah, it's certainly not going to underestimate Mon Mothma. That's why I've put Raver down. To my knowledge, that's a pretty safe counter. I mean, we just double checked. It's got Luthen. Yeah, it's kind of the comp you would expect. Yeah, Raver's 100%. So if I'm outside of that 100%, I've mucked up bad. I'm saying this. Someone, I can't remember who exactly has been telling me, but someone has been telling me I should try Mon Mothma on Leia. So the question is, with the conditions that we need for this win, can I be ballsy enough to try it? Hang on, attack units, yeah, Mon Mothma. Let's just go for the actual Leia team, which is Drogon, R2, Old Ben, and for some reason, Rolo. Saying that, I did actually face a Rolo Leia recently, and that absolutely walloped me. It was, I think, an R9 Rolo, and it absolutely stonked me. Alright, now I find that interesting that with Captain Rex in there, it's 100% all granted one battle. Was it actually the same opponent, out of curiosity? I mean, surely not many people face this team. It isn't actually, wow. Small world. So maybe we do give this a go. Let me take Rolo out. Ooh, they go all over the place then. I'm assuming it's a riposte cron though that's causing a lot of the attacking benefit, shall we say. All battles 75% win rate. Alright, let's flip the board then. Let's see what is an alternative to Raver here. I mean, if I put that full team in again. What have we got spare that could do it cleanly? Freya's on defense. Malgus seems pretty safe. I'm actually curious how White could not be safe, but maybe it's that you can't get around the summon. I can believe Imperial Troopers have got a good shout, just for the fact that if they're able to generate Terminator, they just wallop them. If I got an ult, I'd be willing to try C. C's just sitting on my roster right now, gathering dust. Alright, let me ask another question, because this is the one that's kind of at me. Has anyone tried Queen Amidala? 100% win rate. And it's that exact comp. So yeah, I think we go for the safe route, even though I would love to be a bit ballsy and try Mon Mothma on Leia. Considering the full clear they got, Considering the full clear they got, I think we do that. I'm wondering if Gungans would actually be more efficient against gas. $62.69. I wonder what causes that to lose. Alright, I'm scrolling down. Let me have a look. What causes this battle to lose? Trey is on defense, sadly. Right, so it looks like at that point, they got all the sides out, but they couldn't get gas. So maybe that's it. Gas just goes ham if you're not careful. Oh, and let me make sure I put in Jar Jar's armies. That could help me in terms of, you know, giving it a bit of oomph. Alright, that ups it to 80% straight away. Okay. Let's filter in Datacrons as well. There we go, it's 85. Looking a lot better. Yeah, I think we'll give that a go, because I'm looking for something that's banner efficient, and by the looks of it, that's about as banner efficient as we could get. I mean, I'm sure CLS could win it, but I'm not sure it could get a 65. Yeah. Mon Mothma should be able to 65 banner win versus Gungans. Right, I'm just double checking everything, if you know what I mean. Especially when I'm thinking about what I know I've got. So I can use them. And then... yes. And... I can't remember if that Gungans actually had Kron. Nothing special. I'll just put that they've got a Kron. Phoenix is better than Mon Mothma, okay? Okay, are we talking about attack there, in terms of filtering for bulk? I'll assume we are. I'm actually thinking where we see draws. Outcome, here we go. So 98.96 there. Or 100 there. Plus that's got the Phoenix have got the higher banner average. Yeah, I think that sways it to Phoenix again. Okay, how are you doing? Alright, before I carry on, I want to just check my VOD out for a minute. Because... ooh, move my mic. I can't remember what banners I got. And yeah, it feels like it'd be prudent to actually keep track of the banners. Right, so that's Deer. I'm sure we did one battle before it. Yeah. I really should have gone for YouTube because that's got better scrolling. Alright, 73 for that. This one wasn't comfortable. I think this was... was it 64? Right, we just got enough to keep Taran. $62, right. A bit lower than I thought. This is the thing as well, right? I don't always use this feature, the banner tracker. It's something I know I should use more. 63. So I'm dropping banners when I shouldn't be. Like I haven't had a good full banner win yet. Starkiller, I'm pretty sure there was a 65. I don't think I dropped a single banner there. It was impossible to. So 503. And they've got 1829. So yeah, that's a very tough score to hit. Granted, Fleet doesn't come into it, but in principle, 65.7 is a tough one. Alright, I'm going to carry on with the North Wall. I'll come to the back in a bit, because they all look like fairly straightforward counters. I say very dismissively. I've just realised what I'm talking about. Alright, let's give these lot a go then. So, let's start on the Gungans. That was the one we were just talking about, so I feel like my head's in the game a bit for them. And we want bulk. I'm not using CLS. Or I'm not planning to. You see, if that was a bulk cron, that'd be perfect in terms of matching up. So yeah, I think I'd just go for a bulk in general. A little bit moot, but I did this in Parachute Wars yesterday, and it was very much squeaky bum time. I lost Hera with the shield still up. I managed to win it, but it was a tight one. Ooh. Yeah, it's R5 Jar Jar, so it's not the worst we could have been facing. Hey. Okay, let's put that on Sabine because I don't want to lose her. Alright, we need to get around this taunt. It's annoying me. And straight away taunts back up. Let's just do a basic there. Okay, shield down, cool. Hera goes, let's do that. I genuinely didn't know which was the worst one to hit then. I might have picked the worst one. Alright, let's go for Jar Jar. Let's pop that on Hera. Okay, Jar Jar's not got long. He's on borrowed time. There we go. Borrowed time gone. I could probably full auto here to be fair, but let's try and play for efficiency. Okay, 65. Good call going for Phoenix. Next up, let's go for Bane. There's this bit of me that just wants to do this just for giggles, but I know it's not the right call. It's like that little voice in your head that says, do the meme, do the meme. Yeah, I can pop it on my ally list. Oh. What team? Alright. 265's gonna go. Let me just add it before I forget. There we go. Right. I wonder which one's more efficient. Malgus or Adrad? I mean, on here it says Malgus, but I'm not entirely sure if I believe it without going through all the filters. Yeah. Let's go for it. I'm not in NTD, if that's what you're asking. Yeah, I got Adrad in my head because obviously you do get the big wave of recovery at the end. But when you think about it, Malgus has got a lot with his GA Omicrons. There's nothing that screams out great, but I'm thinking, do we go for the 25% turn cron so that potentially we both start as we would normally start? It feels weird not going bulk, but just in my head, it seems better not letting them have a head start on me. Okay. I feel like I'm waiting on a leap at this point. That's one. Wasn't the leap I was referring to, it was this one, which actually was a bit of a tickler. Okay, cool. Get TFP out. Just tickle Gideon. Oh, nearly. Bye-bye, Gid. Amazing I quit that fell apart for him. Yeah, GG's for that again. 65. Let me just alter that so I don't get confused. Okay, so it's just JML here, which feels really weird to say. Yeah, that's the bottom line right now, isn't it? As long as you're getting good banners, it doesn't really matter about the rest. You know what, I'm doing all this, but bottom line protection. Yeah. Okay, let's do that. And it feels weird, but I'm going Mark Dengar just so he's ability blocked and all that jazz. Stun, please. Thank you. Alright, no more Dengar. Alright, hello, Taunter. Let's just smack you. Start the healing process. We need to rebuild trust. Oh, you little git. Let's do that. What do you get? Let me do that, just try and... Alright, never mind. I thought it might quieten her up, but I think it didn't do anything at all. Let's try and heal. You. Stop doing things. You have that. You just wave your hand. You can go there. Again, you can just wave your hand. Yeah, get the damage dealer out. That's good. 64, one short. I can live with it. But that was an efficient wall. We only dropped one banner on 4 teams, so... Well, okay, one banner in terms of par for 65. So, yeah, I can live with that. Not great for the total average banners. We now need 66, but again, I don't know how much of BitDance's website counts fleets. To my knowledge, it doesn't count it much. Alright, that was as expected. Oh, wrong team. At least for what I wanted to do. One, two, three, four, five. Eight minutes until an ad break. We should be good. Okay, so Dengar hides. Weaken ability block. Heal immune. Let's put the heal up. AoE. Blind. And yeah, Leia's helpless. We're a little short on banners still though. Yeah, that sucks. I'd say we were too aggressive. I mean, I'd rather be too aggressive against Leia, but considering the banner situation, that could be a costly 4 banners. Alright, let's try and recover a bit. Genuinely debating if I could go 3-man here, just to try and boost my score up a little bit. Actually, let's just make it like that. So, let's just put tunes in again that we know we're facing. It's these. And I want to just put in... No, not you, not you. Right. Where's Queenie? There we go. Queenie, Obi, Padawan, Exact. And we're going to do... Outcome, win or loss. As attacking Datacron, yes. There is a defending Datacron, which is bulk. Okay, apparently they're not putting that in. And I will just... Why can't I add my armies? Oh, no one's tried it before. That explains things. Is it silly trying it? That's the question. Go for a safe 65 or gamble on a 67. I think we've got to go for the safe 65 and just hope Fleet is where we can recover a bit. Alright, let's just... I know this does more in GA, let me just double check it. Ignores enemy protection on all allies gaining CD or... Go on, let's open with that. Okay, that's one down. Wave of hands. And we might as well call that. That way if Mon's going to get a revive in soon, we're essentially saying... Actually, I don't think she's getting a revive in anytime soon, if we're being honest. That was a clean 65. Okay. And I feel the need to say it. A little bit of me is tempted to throw that because I know C can beat gas, but without the ult, which you wouldn't use anyway, but just without it, and the fact that I'm only rally 4, it's like... I don't really want to give that a go. But it feels odd not giving it a go. Yeah, he's got bulk. Just skimming through what I got left, and I don't think there was anything more efficient. Other than CLS. Okay. Feel like I want to focus on getting rid of that tenacity up for a second. This is hopefully where the R9 for Jar Jar kicks in a little bit as well. Should just make it that little bit more tricky to get the shield down. Okay, nap time. Let's make the most of it. It does not feel like we're making the most of it. Okay, 5s is low. Okay, he's down. I know what you mean, that didn't line up well. Oh, wow, okay. I forgot they would stand up quicker there. Yeah, this shield's looking squishy. Beat down, that's alright. Come on, Jar Jar. That's it, that's it. Two and a half minutes. Defense down, so hopefully it's enough to whittle the shield a little bit. Full stacks on the shield. Alright, gas down. Oh yeah, completely. Alright, that was horrendous. Alright, I'm going to ignore Arc for a second. We're going to pass that to Parples. Alright, 4 stacks. That special needs to cool down quickly. Daze, brilliant. I know we could dispel it, but I'm just happy it's there for now. Oh, Death Mop, come on, please, please. Thank you. Ooh, 65. I won't be doing that counter again, but it's good to know it works if you need it. Yeah, that was a little bit too close for comfort. Alright, I'm going to do something I very rarely do at this point. And feel free to check out my Discord server as I'm doing it. I want to find out what the score is effectively. Alright, here we go. 1404 to 1829 on paper. The max score, which is obviously if we've got 79, I assume, in fleet, would be 1860. So we have not got a lot of wiggle room at all. "31 banners." That is bad. So I essentially need 75s, I would have thought. It's quite mental to think I could lose on efficiency even though I didn't lose a battle compared to my opponent who did. Okay, Leviathan. Based off what was said last time, I'm going to take these. Last time I was told you don't need Scimitar, so I'm going to heed that advice. Now, if I could get max banners, which I'm not saying I could, but let's play the hypothetical game, that would be 75 here, so we should be at least in a good range. Profundity, not Profundity, sorry. I'm thinking of doing Profundity versus Malevolence. That's the one that worries me. Because last time, or I think it was actually the last round, I went in with it and I actually took 2 reinforcements. And I got comments at the time saying, oh, you don't need the reinforcements. And I was like, it's nice to have them just in case it goes south. I'm thinking I might need to not take the reinforcements. So yeah. Thankfully, Chimera versus Radis is a nice home run, so I'm not worried about that one, but yeah. What's the score at the moment? The score at the moment is 1404 to 1829. So between my max score and their score, there is only 31 banners. And the max score is obviously if I got max score on fleet in every ship battle, which I won't be doing. So I've not got a lot of wiggle room. Like, I think I can afford to drop 10 on this. Like, you know, in terms of if I lose a few banners on protection and all that. But I could really, yeah, average of 68.67. I wasn't sure what the average was, I'll be honest. So if we get 70, we're looking good. Got a nice ring to it, 69. There's a point when you look at these ships that are hard-coded to go for something, you're like, will you please bugger off? Oh, joy. Alright, so that should interrupt IG-2000, Slave 1, whatever they throw out. Alright, that's good. Punishing one's down. We haven't got to deal with all that lot again. Okay. Leviathan. Let's get rid of Houndstooth. You know what? I'm going mental. I'm doing that. Because that's about to take a turn, I think. Houndstooth is not. It feels weird not using the insta-kill there, but it just didn't make sense to me. How it panned out, I think I made the right call, but it felt weird. Alright, if I heal here, yeah, we're at max banners. So now it's just keeping this little git quiet. Okay, fear, nice. Bye-bye. 75. Alright, considering I was expecting a lot lower than that, I'm taking it. I won't do this one next. Purely because it gives us a much clearer gauge of what I need from the final battle. Alright, so we want to hit the bomber. Counter, there we go. Bring in defender. It has to be said, this fleet has really been sent down the pecking order, hasn't it? You know, it used to be taking on the top of the meta, and now it's taking on... I wouldn't call Radis the bottom of the meta, but it's certainly not the top. Yeah, right, let's hit Poe. Let's go there. And we'll do that. Cool. 66 per fight, that's not bad. I mean, 73 there. You beat Exec with it. Hey, GG, that's a good one. Right, I'm going to play safe here then. We're not going to do the undersized gambling. If it was 66 before, I'm going to assume we're allowed 67, 68 here. Alright, that was not ideal. Yeah, I'd really wanted to get that out so that we could avoid the buff immunity stuff. Alright, it didn't land. It's something. Okay, so I'm just going to get rid of that. Again, I don't want to be dealing with any of those shenanigans. We can get rid of the hyena there. I honestly don't myself. Ooh, that was not good. I would like it to be more... I would like to understand why it doesn't do that, because it really irritates me. I might just get rid of that and find another way of having chat on screen. Something that's a bit more consistent, if anything. I've liked it just for the fact it does look neat at the bottom, but it reminds me of like a news ticker or something, but yeah, if it's not doing its job properly, why keep it? Okay. $75. Final score, 1847. Phil, thank you very much for the calculations. Just saved me trying to small brain it. And yeah, here's everyone who helped me out there. Alright. Oh. Have a little stretch after that. Okay. So yeah, the first win. I think Chibi really set a good mark down there. The fact that they lost on Leia ultimately cost them, as far as they were so efficient it frightened me. So yeah, that was a good win in the end. And I kind of feel like we need it. Crimson's the tasty one today. I feel like I've been a little bit consistent saying that throughout the day. Alright, Crims is loading. Tell you what, I'm going to run an ad break actually just now so that no one misses anything on Twitch for a bit. So let's get that out of the way. Have I heard that Sanctum Showdown is going to be bad? Nothing specific. I know that they announced how the structure of it's going to be. I haven't heard that. Oh, pardon me. I thought the gist of it was that you get scrolls, a bit like how you know, gain entry to Proving Grounds via, you know, Conquest, and you get tickets out of that. So my assumption was that the more you win in Sanctum, the more, I don't know what they're called, the doodads you earn, and those doodads you earn to get the new cards. I'm going to assume someone's done the math and worked out how many games you have to play. That's not a very good sales pitch on their part then, as far as... The advertisement was that you could get 3 new cards. You know, like brand new. So if they're saying you can only get 2, then that's not very transparent. I mean, has this been confirmed by the devs, or is this something that people have been doing calculations on privately, as it were? It could change then before release. Until we see it, I'm not going to stress about it. My main thing was I wanted to be able to at least try and get the new cards and Bruce Banner, because that's the only card I don't own right now. So yeah, that would be my aim, but if it turns out that they're not going to make that possible, then I think it's a bit of a bust of a release, because they should make it that if you play the game mode you can get all 3 cards minimum. Right, so I'm all set up here. Let's bring this on screen. We're up against Mini Javi. Mini Javi is from Clones Unleashed. Now, I haven't actually checked that guild in a while, but it used to be quite a... Well, it used to be. It still is a beefy guild, so I won't lie, this scares me a bit. 11.1, 12.8. Yeah, fair enough. Let's see. Zeta's 281 to 353. GAC Army's 33 to 22, so we have got a lead there, but... How I recall, I might be wrong, Clones Unleashed is maybe TW leaning, so that kind of explains why they've got more armies than me, but I've just got the edge on the GACs. Gear 13's no surprises, 175 to 253. Mods, yeah, we're getting slaughtered. 48 to 131, 198 to 422, 15s, 362 to 783. None of that surprises me. And this is even worse. I mean, 4 Relic 9s to 18. 15 R8s to 38. Somehow I've got one more R7. I think that's just dumb luck that one of those was rolled. So, yeah, this is rough for me. 202 Datacron rerolls versus my 42. So, yeah. They haven't got Galat. That's a small mercy. I'm missing Jabba and Leia here. They've got Balin. They've got Ezrael and Jar Jar. Got Rava. I'm catching up. I have got my Taran at Gear 13 now. Slowly getting there. And actually, it didn't lock in here, but I have got Rey at 3 Satyrs, 3 Omicrons again. Looks like I've modded my Adrad a bit better because I'm ahead here. It's only a small game, but it does mean I probably go first in the mirror. And yeah, they've got Great Mothers and Luton, so... Great. So, once again, we've got a plan on paper, but let's see what the board says, and we'll see how much of it comes true. 1836. Something tells me they did not drop. Yeah, no drops on this wall. Ooh, they did drop one. Let me move my cam. They dropped on Trench. I will take that. So, if it's like the last round, well, Temin's round, we are allowed 1 drop. That is very, very rough to deal with, but we've done it once. Let's see if we can do it again. Let's check the walls. Not as kind as what we predicted. We've got Lord Vader. We've got Trench. Also with the Dengarchron. We've got Rey. And we've got Finn. So that is an entire revamp of this wall. South wall. We'll come back and map it out. Actually, let me type it in just so I don't have to keep going back and forth. Lord Vader. Trench. Rey. And Finn. Oh, I'm typing Din. Alright, South Wall. Anything stayed the same here? Queen Amidala, that's different. Thor is different. Boss Nass is different. And Caloran Beck is different. So this guy's completely ripped up his defense. So I'm actually just going to delete the Batwall plans, because it's like, what's the point of preparing for it when chances are it's completely different? I'm typing this, and I'm actually wondering if this was my last opponent now I'm thinking about it. Like, maybe I didn't delete the previous one and I just thought I'd done it. Oops, if that's the case. Yeah, I'll delete the fleets as well for that reason. Generally question it now. Did I goof? Okay. Alright, let's map this one out. I feel like Bo-Katan Lord Vader is a safe counter. I need Palpatine Starkiller on Rey. The lack of GLs is concerning me. So let's see if we can do some extra research just to make up for my aforementioned goofing. Yeah, they were really efficient. Let's have a look here. Queen Amidala, Gungans, Caloran, Saul, Seer. And that was a backball team, so... just do this. There we go. Let's pencil in Seer. Not Bo-Katan. Bo-Katan was used against Lord Vader. Rey, we've seen the Great Mothers. Great Mothers, I could imagine being down. General Grievous would be a surprise, I'm not going to lie, but we'll put it down just in case that's what he's put. Because everything else seems to be about what has been used. Okay. So there's a good chance they haven't put GL at the back, which would also explain their efficiency on offense. They've been able to tease a few of my teams. So I don't feel like we can go full throttle in that regard until we know if there is something at the back. I mean, it could be that he's taken out that GG, which in my opinion just look a bit weird, and he's put something else down. There could be a layer there or something. In which case I probably need Bane or Slacker. But let's assume that we don't need Bane. Then that allows me the comfort of doing Bane on Queen Amidala. The Gungans... Right, just working this out as I go along. Sugar, we haven't got Malgus here. Malgus is on D. So we're going to have to probably overkill the Great Mothers. Let's make sure that there's a minimum of Relic 1 on the teams that we're facing. That's been generous. Let's give him all 7, because this guy's got a lot of relics. Let's assume he's got... Oh. I was going to say 7, but it could be like a Relic 3 Great Spirit, so I'm like, go for 5 for argument's sake. And then... we'll assume they've got defensive Datacrons. Okay, Treya. Treya can do the Great Mothers.
Work in finance. God bless, no, this not by chance. Don't dab me, you're not my man. Don't at me, you're not my man. Mama said don't buy it.
Alright, we're on another one now. What do we do for Seer? That is actually kind of appealing. See, set, what, or something along those lines. Might not be banner efficient, but it would be something I could throw at it, because then we can do... We've got Slacker as a backup, but I don't think we need it. JML can do the Gungans. It's a very weird one for him, but I think that works. Saw Gerrera. I don't face Saw a lot. Let me just check the comp again. It's got Kara, Jays, and K2. DLS does appeal, but I don't know if we've got the oomph to get through that. It could be a case of needs must there, though. I mean, it doesn't go Datacron, to be fair, so we could possibly just use a Riposte Cron and get through it that way. Caloran, I know not to try Imperial Troopers, they absolutely slaughtered me the other day when I tried that. Inquisitors? I'm assuming I've got them on offense. I'm going to leave it there. I feel like that is a safe enough route through the front wall, and then we can be sure of what's at the back and plan efficiently there. But I don't feel like I need Slacker, Darkside Ray on any of these. I've got Love Vader as well. So we've got a few options to get through this front wall. That's the first time I've seen gas in a Queen Amidala team. Interesting. General Kenobi to you, Vidslap. How you doing? Bainy Baby, and we'll go with Set. Darkside Cron, please. We'll go for a bit of that, I think. I remember when I saw General Skywalker's kit released, and I thought, they've given him 4 Zetas. I feel like we've got to a point where it would be nice to go back to that. Oh, only one Omi. And it's not that Omi. Okay, bit of a surprise, that. I didn't really benefit from it, because I feel like they did the damage before I really did much, but interesting. Alright, let's just smack Queen Amidala. Gotta get ready to stuck Bane. Thank you. I don't know if Gassy Baby does make this more difficult, but no. Just as the words were coming out of my mouth, he fell apart. Oop. Alright, 75 to kick off. I think that might be classified as a poor use of gas. Although, I think I'd argue as well that's a very poor case of using ETH Koth. I mean, he hasn't got a Cron now, bud. Let's send that to Anakin. Just throw a lightsaber. Blind him. Boink. Boink. And get some torture. Well, torture is viable, but killing him is a nice second option. Okay, days. Gas might have been there to try to stop being countered by gas or cracks. I could buy that. I've already got my Inquisitors all at the correct relic level. And it's the same guild that got Raver, so yeah. The Lightspeed bundle doesn't make a difference. Okay, so that was pretty straightforward. Gungans, get the Jedi in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything with protection? I think that's the Jolie Cron, which isn't available right now. Cool, 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 cool. I need to find out where my Jolie Cron's gone. Alright, so we'll start with just doing that. Excuse me. I know you have bonus turn shenanigans, Mr. Nass, but that was a bit rude. You just completely interrupted me. Thank you. Genuinely, he shouldn't do that, should he? Maybe there is a loophole, but that felt really out of turn. Like, he just decided, you know what, I'm just going to take turn after turn after turn here and just not let you take your second turn. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I think we were doing alright for the number, to be fair. I think we were, anyway. I think those who hadn't got it were probably not thinking about getting the bundle anyway, so it won't have moved the needle too much. Alright, pass that to Oda again. Let's heal up where we can. Pass back to Hoda. We're not going to get it. Nah. 64 though, that's not too bad. I didn't check it, I'm assuming I got 65 for GI. Let me just double check. Yeah, 65 for GI. I didn't see that many, but I wasn't really looking for them. I think people who hadn't been through the event were just going through that normal phase of, oh yeah, events suck when they're difficult. I can't help it, I kind of get desensitized to it, because when you do them twice, it's like, the first time you go through the suffering, the second time it's like, alright, I've been through this once before, it can't be that bad. Alright, Soul Baby, thank you. Let's give that to the 3-pack. Alright, give that to Carver. Shrug. Confuse, delete. Alright, very clean 65. Alright, what have you set for me, Javi? The Great Mothers and Balin. Okay, that's actually more pleasant than I expected. I won on my main, yeah. We got it by about 20 banners in the end, I think. I'll tell you what, I'll post it in my Discord just so that you guys can see it. Well, so you can see it if you want to have a nosy. Hey, no worries, man, no worries. So, that was pretty good on the front wall. We dropped one banner off what I call par. I know par's probably using golf terminology badly, but I look at that and think that's fine. You know, with one banner down, so I'm like, yeah, Slacker versus DS Ray can duo the mothers, but I'm thinking, what do we do with this dude? And honestly, Darkside Vision Ray feels appealing. Yeah, I think I'm inclined to go that way. We Slacker Balin, and then we do Freya on them. Was there anything special about these? Okay, so if they use a special ability to gain turn meter. The question I would say is, what stops Wampa from winning it? Because we did see Wampa dropped. And I don't want to fall into that trap. So maybe we do... Insert team here. I'm thinking... I want to do Wampa, but I'm wondering if it's more efficient doing Bad Batch. Ralix 7. It's not the Ralix that concern me, it's the fact that this has already tripped up a Wampa. Last thing I want is to give them a victory that I could have avoided. Oh yeah, I've done it a lot in the past. It's not the fact that I don't believe a Wampa can beat a GG on even terms, but when there's a DC in play that you're thinking, right, what are you doing here to complicate things? And it's turn meter gain related, you're thinking, is it something that there's so many assists that chain off, or sorry, so many turns that chain off the specials that it's like Wampa just never gets a turn in to stay alive. Okay. Now that could be a good point as far as I don't know off the top of my head what my tenacity is. Ooh, wow. I probably wouldn't win that race. I mean... yeah, 115, and even if I apply a tenacity-based cron, only 23%. Yeah, I just don't think we try that. Adrad's another option. I'm curious how the Bad Batch lose that. Maybe it comes down to Stapp taking an early turn. Because Stapp is a very fast one to get quick. But it hasn't got GA on me, so it's not like it's doing like the annoying Stapp thing, shall we say. It's just there. First turn it'll get that debuff out the... Not that one surely. Provoked. That's good enough for me playing. So we'll keep them there. I think these three are nicely locked in now. So from there, it's just what beats Finzori and what beats Trench. And honestly, I'm thinking C plus something beats Trench. And Love Vader can beat that. I mean, arguably, I could do Lord Vader versus GG. Just do a solo. He can solo that, can't he? Hey up, Starset, how you doing, man? I feel like, right, when people come into my stream, I always have this impression that I've got this screen on, and they're like, "Do you actually play this game? Or do you just plan to play the game?" I assume they have Ezra, yeah. Let's double check it. I'm fairly certain they do. There's not a lot they're lacking. Yeah, they got Ezra. And they put Fulcrum Cron in there as well. I've actually heard from Lord of the Darts. He's been keeping me updated. This team comp has been doing really well on defense. Exactly, that's it, isn't it? You got a plan to win or plan to fail. I don't think I've got an overkill for that. I think my best shot is Starkiller. Now, I had underplayed the fact that Dengar's there as well. Yeah, I know what you mean, Aranya. I think I've made a decent enough call as far as something like C, I think will be fine here. I think. I won't double check it, but I don't think I've got what, so it would have to be Armourer. Yeah, that looks alright. Oh, hang on, let me make sure it's got Dengar in there. Yeah, it's still 100%. Love Vader versus Rey. Ooh. I know where you're coming from with that. I'm actually curious though. Is that it? Yeah. Not great. In short. Not great. I mean, I could remove them too, but I'm not sure it really makes that much of a difference. If I remove Lord Vader, what's the top counter for it? Still Seer. That drops a lot. Oh, I've just realised, did I put Fulcrum in there? I did, but I didn't include the army. Yeah, that's... Ugh. Alright, let's remove the Starkiller one. Yeah, we kind of get penciled in into a place where I haven't got many options anyway. Because C is the overwhelming favourite. At least to what I've got... Well, I won't say I've got available, but what I can do. I know how the counter goes. Like, I haven't got Balin. I haven't got Leia or Jabba here. So I think it's got to be Starkiller. And I think if it goes wrong, we're just going to have to clean it up. Which is not a great prospect. So maybe that little Lord Vader on Finn thing, we can always backtrack there and use Lord Vader to clean up wherever Rey leaves. Alright. In the meantime, let's make sure we get this back wall done, because I think the back wall was pretty soundly planned. Yeah, I think if Ezra exiles any of your team, you... I wouldn't say doomed, but you're certainly in trouble. Right, we don't want to use that. Yeah, I think I'd rather that one. Well, how I see it, I'd rather get through the back, because I know what counters I'm using here. Yeah, clean 65. If I drop a battle, I'm pretty much dead in the water with this matchup anyway, so I've got to make sure what I do wins. It's where the prospect of cleaning up that Ray is not comforting. Like, I might have a chance still, but it's not a great chance. Just seeing that's a bit of a kooky lineup. I'm not saying it's the kookiest, obviously, but normally you wouldn't have Marin, you'd have Night Trooper. Right, sucky suck suck. Let's isolate and put that on Nihilus. Bring down the pain. Now, Savage, can you just be that annoying little so-and-so that I know you to be, who can just act like damage is not a thing? I say the longer you can do that, bud, the happier I'll be. Sucky suck suck suck. Alright, I can focus on the sides more now. Oh, okay, we did lose Savage. Banner-wise, not good. Zion can tank for us, even if he's a bit picky and choosy when he does it. Oh, okay. Epic Games want to tell me they've got a free game for me. Not the right time, Epic. Not the right time. Hello, drafts. Here we go. Smack that. F1 something, I think? You like a bit of racing? I suppose that's for you. Alright, she's nearly down. There we go. 61. That was the worst banners of the round. Okay, let's get Bad Batch in. Anything light side. We'll go for that. Yeah, I'm not an F1 fan myself. See a thing like that and I'm like, ugh. Right, get rid of that provoked. Kind of want to pass that to Omega, but I know she's going to take a turn in a minute, so let's just do that instead. And I want to make sure we still have that on Grievous. Let's pass that to Ico. And pass that to Ico again. Ooh, lovely. Ooh, 65. I've got an Omicron with Omega, to be fair. We were talking about that earlier, drafts. Safe to say they could do with fixing it. You say that, it did actually seem to be alright in terms of growth. A bit Dynasty's video, it was the Bracken missions that it seemed to have some viability. I know that by definition you could argue a TB Omicron is a useless one, but if you're talking about in the viability of the game mode it's applied to, it is actually alright in certain conditions. Yeah, Bo versus Love Vader is the game plan here. Alba got 9 minutes until an break. I think we use the light side one here. I know that Piet's got the Crom, which is probably boosting his viability, but I don't think he makes sense here. Just in the sense of, you need it to be all Empire taking turns, so as soon as Maul takes a turn, he interrupts the Emperor's trap. Alright, no fracture to deal with. They do. My point is more, it doesn't necessarily make that much sense, at least to me. If you were going to put Piet in, I'd put it in instead of Maul, not with Maul. But again, that's just me. Like if there was a condition where Love Vader made it so that Maul was part of the Empire team and therefore we had the Empire tag, then it'd be a different story. Right, pass that over there. Is this one a heal? Recover health, yeah, let's do that. That's fine. Come on, Bam. I mean, he's still good with imps. Even if imps have dropped off, he's still the fulcrum of them, so you don't knock him, you know. Yeah, I was comfortable there, Ray. I think it was just making sure Piet died last so we didn't trigger the Cron. Alright, we might as well pull the band-aid off here. This is gonna hurt. I mean, I've given Darts a shout out or two already here, and I feel like it's justified. He's been showing me hold after hold this team comp's got, so my hope is that we can at least get something done here. Gavster, as a match going, we've actually had a good pair of GAC so far. We've won on my main. That was by, what was the actual total in the end? I've forgotten. It was 1847 to 1829, so it was a close win, but we won 18 banners. Here we haven't dropped yet, but our opponents dropped once and they've got a very efficient score, so we've got to really be as efficient as possible. This is not efficient. So we're crossing our fingers and toes that we can somehow dance between all of these problems. Not entirely sure what you're asking though, Drafts. You're talking about Sith Assassin. Are you asking who Sith Assassin goes with? Generally, it'd be something like Malgus or Darth Bane. So quite a way off on both of those. Or Marauder would go with Darth Revan. Okay, this is where the fun begins. A bit of days there seems a good start. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, wow, okay, that Fulcrum is absolutely deleting me. Okay. Well, we saw it coming. Yeah, I don't see a way through that. I mean, again, to their credit, it was a team that was going to cause a problem, you know? Still, that doesn't make it any less sucky. They are my work in progress right now. Both have just hit Gear 13. No Omicrons on Malicos either. Yeah, it's a good team. Honestly, I can't spare Cal from Seer right now, but if you can afford to get away with it, it's going to do work. I think I'm going to have to try Lord Vader, even though we saw the stats and they weren't promising. I think it's about as good as we're going to get in terms of trying to get through it. You know what? I'm actually going to go against the grain a little bit. I'm thinking, let's see if we can make that proc. Something about that doesn't vibe with me. I'm not feeling like it's this big, massive plus when there's so much mess with that. Thought he's probably a good, viable option. I'd agree with that. Oh, I've already gone for Ezra Doy. Right, stop you taking turns, you're annoying me. I think the Sana one could be frightening, I agree. Right, that's why I did that. Pass a turn to Lord Vader. Let's crush. Okay, thrown down. Maximum with the raid. Party of 4 are low there, everyone. Oof. Wow. We've only just got him into DI. Yeah, this is surprisingly not good. Oh, sorry, not surprisingly not good. A few too many double negatives in there for my liking. Yeah. Well, we gave it a go, but in the end we're just a team or two short. I mean, can throw this in for giggles. But yeah, very frustrating that. I'm not convinced, because you think every time that Maul takes a turn, Ahsoka's going to interrupt. So I don't think that had any legs. You know, there's more chance Ahsoka would have killed Maul. I think bottom line, there's a reason why no one's been trying it. Yeah, I did that. I realised straight away I shouldn't have done it. Don't worry, I'll just wait for my turn. Okay, so ability block kind of blows here. It's better. Yeah, we had Darkside Vision Ray, but we used it on Balin. And to be honest, I don't regret that call. I hadn't really got a counter that could have taken Balin down, so I had a choice. Do I take down Balin or do I take down Ray? If my opponent hadn't full cleared, then it'd be a case of, well, maybe we could go for the North Wall and try and clear up Balin with something else, but we really had limited options. It's just one of those where you don't really have much choice, so you're just sort of stuck in a bad spot between the two. Hello, Sopper. How you doing? Just seeing your name popping up, Starset. Oh, okay. Pop those on screen in a minute, okay? Because those titles look interesting. Just going to quickly burn this. Oh. Oh, I've used Django, do I? Ah, well. Actually, no, screw it. Let's just see how 4 get on. I should apply the Datacron. I'm still cheesed about that. Oh, this is... Yeah, I've said it before, I need a punishment for tilting. I think the episode pass is definitely up there in terms of value. I've got nothing, Rufada. I've got nothing. We ain't beating that Ray, let's say that. One profit with the raid. Party of 13. Hello there, everyone. Can we keep going? Nice using this in this way for a change. I.e. a non-Jabba related way. I can see a load of fishies appearing on my screen. How you doing, fish? Oh, hang on. The post survived. I was basing with Marin. Or at least I ended up doing it. But yeah, we're done there. We're done. Hey, they got him in the store. Finally. But you know what? I'm going to get another 2. That's 2k crystals burned, but honestly, I don't care. I've been in need of them. Like, the fact that I haven't even taken my 2 new tunes, if you like, to Rowlet 1, which for me is like, alright, as soon as I take them to Rowlet, they go to R1. Yeah, it's a sign I've been just desperate for materials. But yeah, thank you for the raids, folks. Let's have a look here. Yeah, nothing else I need to actually touch on right now this minute. Just grab that while I'm thinking about it. Hey, you've got this as well. Granted, not a lot, but something. Anything else popped up while I've been yakking? No? Okay, cool. Alright. I didn't say it, by the way. GG's to my opponent just then, Xavi. That was, I knew it was going to be a tough round, so it's one of those where I don't go in expecting anything. So, very nice to at least have an opponent give me a bit of problem like that. Alright, let's put this on. So this is Star Set. He shared these with me. Jabba versus Leia Toxic. On and Chewy Datacron. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Oh, Gammy Guard, okay. So we're facing the Leia with Han and Chewie. Hang on, can I just back up? What was the... Okay, so that's the current set with the Han shenanigans. Can't remember the exact details of it, but I do have the Cron. This is the question I've been saying to myself: is Gammy worth looking at if I pull his Cron? Like, I favorited Mob Enforcer, but I don't know if it's worth doing the same for Gam. I mean, Riposte is kind of nice on Gammy. I mean, it's nice in general. I'm assuming it's... I can't remember exactly. I think it's in Gamorrean's level 9, isn't it? Not like a level 6. You know, as well, you would think from an AI perspective, it would have been a good idea for a while ago to maybe put 2 tanks on the field. Assuming you're facing a team that has to go for a tank, you'd have thought that would have been a good thing to split the focus from Chrysanthemum and put some on Gammy. I mean, it's interesting. I don't know how much it moves the needle in terms of... I feel like Jabba's always had a good go at Leia, so maybe it's just made it a bit more easy. Let's have a look at this one. This is Sana and GL Ray versus Glat. And then Slacker. Okay. I do like that level 6 for the smugglers. That could be really annoying. I mean, you can't hurt what you cannot hit. Even if in this situation it's pretty much just Thana who's not getting hit, it's still nice. It's a different country, I suspect, Ray, but I've got my jacket on. I've got the back door open at the moment, and it's not a wise idea, that. Purely because my dog was umming and ahhing about going out, so I thought I'll leave it open just while I'm streaming. And I think the entire time she's been down here. Oh no, sorry, that's my cat. Take that back. So as sort of stated, nothing's happening to Sana. She's dodging what she can. I don't know if that's your way of saying fish, you're off to go fishing somewhere, but fish later, I'll see you. I don't know, I found JMK, or heard JMK still a bit of a problem for Slacker. Maybe that's just certain things I've been hearing, but yeah, I wouldn't bank on it being a gimme. Could have just been like premature week 1 things I heard. Oh. I'm impressed that this has been able to do something against Darkside Vision Ray, just for the simple fact that I wouldn't have thought Sana would be that great against a team like this where you've got unavoidable attacks. I mean, if the AI was a little bit smarter and decided to poke Sana, you'd be done for, wouldn't you? Yeah, I think that'd be the way of looking at it. If you're able to get the stun, that's fair enough. I think so if you're doing it the other way around. But yeah, that looks pretty decent. I can't help but wonder what would happen if Sana got the stun early, but I suppose... Actually, I'm a little surprised she doesn't, because on that team, Sana's the weakest, isn't she? So you would have thought the AI would be going for the weakest spoon. Yeah, that's kind of where my thought process went, that I didn't think the win rates were great right now. But again, people could be learning things, and you've got people like myself who didn't have 3 Omicrons last week who've got 3 now. So, still premature data. We'll probably learn more as we get into the next 3v3 and 5v5 seasons. I like the fact that you can whirlwind an Ezra just like that. I don't know how much Sana does there, but I still like the visual of it. We've won on my main Death Cell and we lost on my free-to-play. We're just having a look at what Starset's recorded from Squad Arena. Just the new upcoming Datacrons. I think seeing that Gammy one has made me think that if I pulled it, it wouldn't be the worst thing to just bump him up 2 rally levels. Sana was one I was going to go for anyway, but it's interesting seeing her in this position. So I was planning on just using Sana with her own team. You know, just see if I could make that more annoying on defense or something, but it's kind of interesting seeing it like this, thinking is there more viability to it than I gave it credit for. I felt like Sana's needed something for a little bit. She was brought out as one of these characters with Hondo and the droids, and you think, come on, she needs some love. That team's just not done enough lately. Like, it was kind of kooky when it first came out. People were trying to CLS under her and all this, and they need to give us something. Even if they give one of the older tunes an Omicron just to bump her up a little bit. For me, it doesn't sit right that they bring out a brand new character and it doesn't actually lift the team. You know what I mean? Yeah. We'll call that one there then. But yeah, it's interesting. For sure, Sana was on my to-get list. Can I close all these tabs? There we go. But yeah, she was definitely on my to-get list because, for me, there's a probability that it would be a more annoying team than something I've already got down on defense. Plus, I kind of like the idea of throwing Stormtrooper on in a team like that. I don't know what it is about that character, but I'd love to take it to R9 for the fact that even though it's not a great character, in terms of like it's an old kit and all that, it just seems like it's old but simple but good. Like, not great, but people will underestimate it because they think, oh, it's only Stormtrooper Han. Just that thing where if I'd got like unlimited resources, I probably would have done that already, because I think people would get caught out too easily. But yeah, it's interesting. Right, a little bit ago, Aranya was asking me if we were going to do anything else today. I'll be honest, I'm not. I'm going to take advantage of the early stopping time, and I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm just going to chillax, if I'm going to be frank. So, with that in mind, let's get a raid going. I don't know who's on, but we can find out. Actually, no one's playing... Oh, okay. I was going to say, if Ranger's on shortly, we can hang around for him. Because I don't really know any of the other people playing Swago. There's a Polish guy, I think, which isn't really helpful. 2 Polish people, I think. I don't know what that translates as. It's something like PYCCKNN. That's obviously not it as well, because I'm just saying it rather than knowing what it is. I'm assuming you're going back to Sana with Kylo and Ahsoka there. Because yeah, I assume if you're able to do massive... If you're able to create that distinction, it's helpful. Alright, I've had the stats on screen at one point, but I haven't actually locked it in. Here we go, Sana. I mean, you think, right, that is good. 100% max health, max protection, speed, defense up. Whenever she gains turn meter, all allies gain offense. It is a lot. It's a shame we can't fit Captain on the team, though, because it would be kind of cool if he could keep reviving people. But then, I suppose, if using, like, say... If using that Rey team on defense, maybe it's a case that people would then take Sia Malicos, which negates revives. Interesting, though. The Rangers just started. Let's see if I can find him. Maybe my dashboard's a little bit behind. There he is. Alright. So, I can see him. We're going raid in. I'll start the raid going. Quick thank yous. We've had... Let me just scroll down because... Yeah, I can't see a bloody thing on my dashboard at the moment. We've had a raid from Mad Maximum. And we've had a raid from Wonprat. So thank you very much, both of you. Cheers, Rayrock. We'll be back tomorrow night. So, yeah. Hopefully I'll see some of you then. If not, I'll be back on Monday after that. And that's when Chore Quest starts, so... Yay. Alright, folks. See ya. Bye for now.